have enough going on in your own lives, so you want to bring drama to my door. This is now the third time somebody's coming to me in the group to tell me some bullshit about my husband.
Why don't feel good, huh?
From a place of vindictiveness, nastiness, and evilness. You're a lying ass, vindictive bitch.
Real Housewives of Potomac keeps on giving. Let's get right into it. Surprise, surprise, we see Candiace and Ashley hanging out. Candiace invited Ashley in a new place and it's beautiful. I'm so happy for Candiace because, I mean, she's just blessed like that. Has been able to save money because her mom was helping them for a long time. And we know those Bravo checks, they're good. The house is looking beautiful. I think she lives in Potomac. It's big, the decor, everything. Totally millennial type of houses. Clap, clap, clap to Candice and her husband. Candice asked Ashley about the divorce and she said that she knows that Ashley has been dating a hockey player. And Ashley is so surprised and happy about it that she's like, go on the floor and everything. They're really having typical girls chat, which is nice to see. The situation with Ashley and her husband is a difficult one. I understand why Ashley is in pain, but it seems that, you know, she's already dating. So, hey, what am I to say? What do y'all think of dating before they even got a divorce? Are y'all okay with that? Or do you think that the woman should wait until she's 100% divorced to actually start dating? Let me all know in the comments. Candiace talk about she's been seeing Karen in the street with a man for years, and it seems that they're implying that Karen has been cheating on Ray. And I'm not going to lie, I was disappointed in Candiace saying that because even like an episode ago, people were accusing your husband of potentially wanting to step out on you. Now you're saying that Karen has been stepping out on her husband. It might be true, but here is the thing, coming from you, especially the way you were so virulent against Giselle.
I'm giving y'all that. Not today, Satan. Not today, neck. Not today, ankles. We don't have it.
I felt like you would have known better, but you don't. And that is the reason why you're gonna get attacked later on this episode. Next, we see Maya and her husband and their children. They have beautiful kids talking, and then a very awkward moment comes in. Her husband talk about, what about the mystery around your illness? And I'm like, mystery? He said that Maya's look worried.
The mystery around your health. But
What about it?
She's like, ooh, don't say something you're not supposed to say. Don't say something that you're not supposed to say. Maya is responding vaguely, saying that they're taking tests, but that they ruled out cancer. Maybe it was a fluke. I was like, child, maybe it was a lie. I just cannot with Maya. And then she started talking about how she met her husband.
Eddie G was very happily married to his ex-wife. Clearly he wasn't because he was in Miami. Yeah, we had sex on the beach, yeah.
Maya, did you just admit it to your husband being on his wife with you? Whoa, like, that was weird. That was scandalous. I think that she may have said that because she wanted to take away the attention on the fact that she's been probably lying about being sick with cancer. I felt that she would think that this was scandalous enough for people attention to not be on that situation. But I'm going to be honest now, that was scandalous. What did y'all think of our revelation? Whoa, I have no words. We see Giselle and her daughter. Her daughter have grown so much. They are all so beautiful. They're going to go get their nails done. I like to see Giselle with her daughter because it kind of humanizes her. She acts totally different with her daughter. We see that she loves them, that she's proud of them, and it's nice to see. And I also feel like they humble her a lot. They're talking about the twins' Sweet 16 and the preparation about it. It's going to be a party and they joke around together and they're talking about how they think that their father is going to talk whenever he's going to make a speech. It was nice to see. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever we see Giselle with her daughters, it makes us like her. Daughters though, they don't play with her. They humble her a lot. And if you noticed at the end, one of her daughters said something to her and I was like, child, that wouldn't be me. If you talk to me this way, I'm gonna like what? The way she talked to Giselle, I'm like, why is Giselle okay with that? I guess y'all, everybody raised their kids differently, and since I don't have kids, I'm just gonna. Next, we see Miss Robyn to a lawyer. Miss Robyn is interested in getting a prenup. She tells the lawyer about her situation. She's remarrying her ex-husband. They've been together since high school and they previously had a prenup, but the prenup was null by the time they did get a divorce because they did not have money at all. This time around, she has a lot of businesses going on. She makes a lot of money from Real Housewives of Potomac. She also has a podcast with Giselle, so she's making good money, and she also has a hat company. So yeah, she's booked and busy, she's making a lot of money, and she wants that to be safe. So she's asking the lawyer if there's any clauses about cheating, and the lawyer is like, is that something that you should be worried about and everything? And then they go from there. And a part of me is like, Robyn, if you feel like your husband might cheat on you, I mean, do what you gotta do. But a part of me feels that a man is going to do what a man's wants. And if you're going to go into something and you're not 100% sure that it's going to work or stuff like that, maybe you need to take your time, like she's been doing, I guess. A part of me is feeling that she's doing this maybe for the show because they have been taking their time. Obviously, she's not 100% comfortable, and I don't blame her. It happened. I know that a lot of you think that she's not even gonna marry again with Ryan. I think otherwise. I think that they're very comfortable with each other. They've been with each other for so long. They've lived life. They've been with other people, and they still got back together. Some people are destined to be together, and I think that that's what Robyn and Juan are. I also think that whatever we see on TV may not be what really going on. I think that Ryan might not be the type of man that's comfortable in front of the camera. So whatever we see might really be different than what's going on. And I know that a lot of you are not going to agree with me on that. But one thing I do know about being a married person is that people can give you the impression that their marriage is a certain way, but behind closed door is the total opposite. And you all would never know unless you're there to see or unless they tell you. Karen, Ashley, and Wendy, they're meeting together at some places where they have, like, it seems like a farm where they have a lot of flowers and they can basically flowers and maybe have them in their own backyard or something like that. I've decided that I do want to raise things in my garden. I've started with pepper and okra. So yeah, that sounds like a good activity, but it looked like it was cold as hell and windy as hell. Just ladies are meeting, and I really like the vibes between three. I felt that Karen being so well taught and Wendy being also so smart, they make a good combo. I'm happy to see that Karen and Wendy they're in better terms because the beginning of the relationship was a little bit difficult. At their meeting, and Wendy talk about a relationship with Robyn to both ladies, and Karen gives her what she thinks is her opinion. I think that Karen always gives them good advices. Wendy says that she wants to be able for everybody to sit down and talk about their grievance in a calm and respectful way and hopefully put it all to bed. I understand how Wendy is thinking because that's already two people that are against her and she don't want to be iced out. A part of me feels that this is a good idea, but we all already know that this is probably not going to work because Giselle and Robyn does not play fair. Candiace and family. I love Candiace's relationship with her sister. She's all talking to them and announcing to them that she has a record with Trina. And I was like, okay, girl. I love me some Trina. So I'm excited for Candiace. I mean, being with Real Housewives of Potomac really opened some doors for our girl. She's been going on tour with numerous celebrities. She's been at the Grammys. I mean, Candiace is living a dream, and I'm happy for her. Am I a big fan of her voice? I mean, she has an okay voice, but I'd rather a reads. It's so crazy. Our sister is like, who is Trina? And I'm like, those Gen Z. Her sister is probably like 22, 23 years old, and she had no clue who Trina is. And I'm like, y'all, how don't you know Trina? I felt the same way Chris felt. Congratulations to Candice. That's the best reads, y'all. There's something about Candice. She's really good for reality TV. She's just so good at insulting people. She is a mess, but I love her for that. Next, the ladies are going to the burn party that was organized by Wendy. Wendy is in the car with Ashley and they talk about her overworking herself, situation with her mom that was recently hospitalized, probably because she also overworked herself. I have to say to Wendy is that what's the point of cannot enjoy it? Girl, have some balance in your life. It's necessary. You have 3 whole children and a whole husband that needs you. Take care of yourself. Talk and everything. And then on the other car, you have the rest of the ladies. And I felt like that was a good idea from T to make sure that they're in different car because she would know that if they were all riding in the same car, they probably would be fighting in the car before they even make it to the burn table. So yeah, well thought of Wendy. Once all the ladies get in there, they say hi to each other and everything, and then the burn session starts. Wendy introduced the lady to the situation. She's saying that basically, I want you all to write your grievance, read them to each person, and then burn them. I think that a way of saying that she wants them to burn is to say, we're letting it go. So it starts with her as the gracious host, and all the ladies say what they have to say about Wendy, and it starts from great to worse. But they say what they have to say about Wendy, and then when it comes to Robyn, Robyn says what she has to say. She's already on the attack. Robyn really does not like Wendy.
Own the role I played in making you feel as though we are oil and water.
Well, don't tell anyone I tried to fight you anymore because that is not who I am.
She oozes anger. We can even feel it through the TV. And I'm still curious to know, what did Wendy do to Robyn for her to really not be able to stand her? Robyn is angry at Wendy now because she believes that Wendy has been telling people that she was trying to fight her. And I'm like, yeah, you have been. Nobody tried to separate me from you. You're making people believe that I was trying to attack her and fight with you. And I was like, yeah, that was the case. People had to come in between us. Charisse came in front of us and even put a hand on you. And she's like, really, really? That's not true. And then she called Charisse. And once she asked the question to Charisse, Charisse said no.
No. Thank you. I love you too. Bye.
So why the lies?
My truth,
The lies.
your truth.
She just said she didn't touch Robyn.
You are horrible.
And a part of me is like, well, maybe Charisse forgot. And another part of me is like, the camera were there. Why do you need to call Charisse to prove your point? And because Charisse said, I agreed with you, now you want to make it look like Wendy is not telling the truth. And a part of me is like, I'm glad Wendy stayed quiet because the camera are going to be there to prove it. As we see, effectively, Charisse did separate Robyn because we weren't sure what Robyn was gonna do. And it's true, but Robyn is mad at it and she's so angry. And I love how Wendy is staying calm because now that makes Robyn looks dumb as fuck.
Oh,
Why are you yelling?
Because you are horrible.
Maybe you should control your emotions.
I don't give a. I don't give a. I don't give a. I don't give a.
And I'm like, good job, Wendy. That's what that doctorate is for. Robyn is also mad that she decides to leave. And I'm like, girl, goodbye. She's trying to maintain her job and make sure that she maintains that check. But I feel like if you're going to fight with someone, make it make sense because I have been confused as hell on why she is that angry at Wendy. And then you have Gizelle, of course, backing up, the green-eyed Bendy in action. And I'm like, Gizelle, girl, shut up. Giselle also said what she thinks about Wendy, and Wendy is like, okay. And it's true. Maya said that Wendy is very dismissive. She is very dismissive. I think that is the way that she uses to protect herself. Whenever she feels attacked, she will dismiss you. She's basically going to act like she didn't hear what you say. I think that's the way Wendy likes to defend herself. Then Miss Ashley was like, well, it's not because this is happening that I'm not going to say what I need to say to Miss Candiace. So yeah, I wanted to tell Miss Candice that at my party, my friend told me that Chris has been trying to flirt with her. And I'm like, again? And then Candice is like, girl, we've seen each other and you didn't know that. Why didn't you tell me at that point? Because it was after we saw each other. So that's just now that we saw each other. So why didn't you give me a call? Ashley just wanted the drama. And I'm going to be very honest with you all. I would have been on Candice's side, but when I saw that Candice said that that Candice implied that Karen might have been cheating on Ray, a part of me is like, hey, if you're going to partake, do not be mad when it's your turn to be on the hot seat. What do y'all think? I was on Kenzie's side most of the time, but I didn't like the fact that she brought up Karen. And then whenever she was mad and she talked about the situation with Ashley's husband, Ashley is just trying to defend herself now. She's trying to defend her husband and everything. But once again, Candice is too strong of an opponent. And that's when she back, told her, hey, you know what I mean? You could have told me. I told you whenever it was your situation. I took your side. I told you, but you just want to make a show and I'm not playing with you. And then at some point, when Candice is in a confessional, and
Eye on that bulbous ass forehead bitch. I knew she wasn't no good, and I went against my better judgment, and look at us now.
it's like, what the level of vocabulary that Candice can use when it's time to insult people does not cease to amaze me. This girl can read someone, okay? And yeah, they go back and forth, but Candice has the last word, and all the ladies are like, hmm? Because at some point she said what she said, and he was like, girl, Ashley, just shut up. Worst part is then when Ashley brought up the fact that Maya also said that Michael has been looking at her, and then the editing team are showing that Chris has been looking at Maya, but we see a flashback and Chris is nowhere looking at Maya. But we know Maya is a liar. She's a dirty little liar. So Candice is looking at her like, girl, bye. You know that's not true. That scene was hilarious, y'all. I mean, it was a like the part with Maya was hilarious. So yeah, there is no resolution. The ladies are fighting, and now Candice is mad at herself for trusting Bobo's head, Ashley. What do y'all think of this episode? Potomac keeps on giving. They have so much footage, they have so much storyline, they have so much drama going on, having a fun doing those review, and it's so good. What do y'all think? On this note, for those of you that are new here, hey, welcome, and I invite you to, and for those of you that have been here with me supporting me, thank you all so much for your support, especially that I made it to 1,000 subscribers. And thank you all so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.